Businesses and organizations all over Erie are continuing to struggle, one of them being the Erie Zoo. Currently, the zoo is facing a substantial loss of money. Samir Nefsi joining us now in the studio after speaking with the CEO. Samir.
Sean, good evening to you. Normally, this would be the time of year the Erie Zoo generates their winter months revenue. However, with the ongoing pandemic, they are bringing in little to nothing. Their gates remain closed to the public. However, their expenses continue to rise.
Quite frankly, almost every zoo in the country is in a similar position. We're all struggling, and because we're not open, we're particularly, struggling. But there's really nowhere to send animals at the moment.
The zoo banks on money from admissions, concession, and train sales to support the zoo during the winter months, all of which have been severed. Since closing their gates 3 months ago, Zoo President Scott Mitchell estimates the zoo will be out upwards of $1 million.
We were fortunate enough to get a PPP loan, so that's been very helpful. That's kind of what's keeping us going at the moment. There are several others that we're going to apply for, some that we've got a pretty good feeling about.
President of Visit Erie, John Oliver, says the zoo is a major component of Erie tourism.
Many times, people may not necessarily, when they're coming from farther distances, be coming specifically for the zoo, but it's an incredible enhancer to the visitor's experience.
Like many shelters, there must be a zoo staff member to perform day-to-day operations, and it remains the biggest expense for the zoo.
They're in a situation they can close to the public, but they can't tell the animals just to go home and shelter in place.
Followed by feeding with a produce truck that comes 3 times a week. For example, a meat truck delivery costs $13,000 and a fish order costs an additional $6,000, costing the zoo $18,000.
What we're really concerned is about the long term. We need to get open, and we need to get open soon in order to be able to survive the winter.
Sleepy little panda. Anyways, coming up this Wednesday, June 17th, Jet 24 will partner with the Erie Community Foundation for a pandemic relief telethon on behalf of the Erie Zoo. Now, you will have a chance to call and donate to the food bank starting bright and early on Good Morning Erie and Good Day Erie. The lines will open from 5 a.m. until 9 a.m., opening back up at noon and going until 1 p.m., followed by the 5 p.m. till 8 p.m. hour. For more information, you can head over to YourErie.com. Sean?
Samir Nefsi reporting. Thanks.